Hey there, this is Sinus with the Hanabi Variant a Day series. And today we've got Duck. And Duck is probably the most difficult variant that I've played so far. So if you watch the video on Cow and Pig, it's a lot like that, except that you don't even get to differentiate between color or rank clues being given. It's just every single clue is a quack, and you assume all the touched cards are related either by color or by number. And it is an absolute mess. We almost got a 25 on this. It took 3 or 4 games, I think. I think our score was a 22. Let's get into this one. All right, so this is already starting off really interesting. So normally this would look like a 5 save or maybe a 2 save. But the fact that this touches 2 colors and it's a color focus on a 5, Sinus knows to play this as an ejection. And so cross product will know that this was a 5 color ejection and that this should match by color. It will be a long time before cross product knows what color this is, though. Let's see. We've got ones. This is an interesting convention that we were using just for this game. This is called a trash blast. And normally, when you get unknown duplicate clues like this is considered a discharge. So normally this would call for slot 3. But in Duck, there's no way to really differentiate those really well. And so anytime that you touch trash, this is considered to be a blast, which is the 5th finesse slot. And so this plays nicely. The one issue here is that Sinus mistakenly thinks that this is probably red 1 whenever this clue is given, and that this is likely also red. And I didn't entertain that this could be a duplicate at the time. So Sinus gives this red. Is fine. And then Duke gives this, and so this looks like a save without any further information. So Sinus needs to re-clue this in order to get it to play. And I make a mistake here, which is I've re-clued this with color. And this will still get this to play, but it will be unknown whether this is a 2 or a 5. If Sinus had instead clued this with number, with rank 2, this would still play, and cross product would gain some additional information here that this 2 was initially clued with color and then clued with rank, or vice versa. But anyway, it still plays. We have to spend extra clues later on deciphering what all that means. Go. And so Sinus discards this, presuming that it is red, but it is not. And so Sinus now knows that this is a playable blue 1 and kind of figured out what happened. That discards. Got a double discard back to back. Because purple 3 is visible. So it's safe for Duke to discard as well. So Sinus makes elimination for purple 3. Actually, never mind. We don't play with PDA in hard variants. There we go. That plays. And then this is a finesse. So Sinus is going to play into it. This is now either another 2 or a purple card. Okay, now this is definitely a purple 3. Good. This, I guess, could be a 5, like a purple 5, or any other playable card. Let's see, this, maybe from Cross's perspective, could look to Sinus like green 5, but it's definitely not. especially when nothing plays. So Sinus is going to go ahead and prompt the green 4 here. And this is where we get into a bit of trouble. So really what needed to happen here is instead of cluing ones and bad touching trash, this trash card is what kills this game. And it's not by definition bad to clue trash, but it does make everything harder. So we talked about it in the review, and overall we think that we should have, oh, we can't give a 5 save yet because this is a loaded clue. So Cross is allowed to discard here. This will play. And then this will play. And what's really great about this is that now instead of bad touching any cards here, we have a nice clean finesse to give, which is awesome. And we don't bad touch any cards. But instead, this is what happened. So Sinus has to entertain that this might be like blue 3 or something else that it has to play after the 2. There's red 3. Okay, so the issue here is that when this yellow 1 plays, Sinus is relatively sure that this is a yellow card, because why else would we get this card with this clue? We go to such great lengths to avoid touching trash. And that's going to be our undoing here. So this is a save clue. And we still have a chance to win at this point, but things are going to continue to devolve and go off the rails here a bit. Okay, so this is play yellow 2, but it may have to go after this red 3. Alright, and this is the problem. So cross product chooses to give this save clue instead of this play clue. So if cross product had instead given this as 5, right? Then what can happen? This will play. Sinus will play this card because it's known to be a play clue. And Sinus will understand that these are likely 5s. Cross could also give this with color, but that might also be confusing. The point is, this plays now in this particular round and potentially gives Sinus some more information on this 5. And that would potentially clear up the fact that this card is trash. But instead, we get this save clue, and now this looks like a save clue. And so Sinus has to discard, and we've got this tangled mess. And because tempo clues are inverted, so cluing 5s would cause this 5 to play, and cluing purple would cause this card to play, we're really in a bind here. So this looks like maybe this was so New Duke is calling for blue 3 to play here. Sinus knows exactly what card is called for, and Sinus plays purple 5. Oh no, this is weird because, and you would really just have to go through this game in order to see it, but so originally Sinus thinks, oh, this must be blue 3 and this must be yellow 3. But then when we get this clue and it's prompted, that all goes out the window. And this card just really threw me. I just have no idea what it is. Now there was another clue earlier when cross products saved this 4, he saved it with color. And so this could have been a yellow 3. Like, I had no idea what was going on here. And so if this was saved with number, it might have been a little bit easier, but these cards look like they match. So now Sinus thinks, oh, this must be blue 3 and this must be yellow 3. And this might be yellow 5 because this card matched this card. So, unfortunately, Sinus is going to bomb our second yellow 4 as blue 3, and if I had thought about it a little bit more, what I could have done is just pass this off to somebody else. So, Sinus is looking for blue 3. Sinus could just give it to cross product at this point as probably as a blue clue. Right? And then because of the contents of my hand, cross product will know that this is not red, this is not green, this is not purple, this is not yellow. This is definitely blue 5, blue 4, blue 3. And then cross product would be able to give the yellow 3 here and get it. Let's see. So probably clue Sinus with a 4, like this. This will play. This will play. This will play. And now we are mostly fixed. Although I still think this is a 5, but I'll probably bomb that. So what happens from here? Duke's gonna play, and there's just not quite enough time to do this. So let's see. Typo it the rest of the way out. Actually, no. Sinus should give red here. Go back one. Give red so that we can generate a clue. Right? And then New Duke can give 4 to cross product. Actually, New Duke probably, based on the fact that Sinus isn't playing, New Duke probably gives 5 to Sinus. Sinus gives 4 to cross product, even though we already know what it is. This 4 will play, discards, plays, and plays. And we would have salvaged that. So we had a good number of clues, even though our pace was pretty low. We probably could have snatched that one from the jaws of defeat. Anyway, there's yellow 3. What am I looking for? I'm still looking for blue 3. That plays. There's blue 3. Get blue 4, and that's our game. So just that really, really awkward desync between getting one too many save clues in a row instead of getting a play clue here, and then also saving this with color really, and getting this trash really threw us off. Otherwise, I think we would have had it. Anyway, that's it for this one. See you in the next one.